The Taiwan Strait, a narrow body of water separating mainland China from the island of Taiwan, represents one of the most volatile geopolitical flashpoints in the world today. For over 70 years, China has claimed sovereignty over Taiwan, viewing the self-governing island as a breakaway province. Taiwan, meanwhile, maintains its independence and democratic way of life, vehemently resisting any attempts at reunification by force. This decades-long standoff has escalated in recent years, fueled by rising Chinese military assertiveness and growing international support for Taiwan. Chinese military aircraft routinely breach Taiwan's air defense identification zone, while warships conduct exercises nearby, raising fears of a potential invasion. The international community watches with bated breath, acutely aware that any miscalculation or escalation in the Taiwan Strait could ignite a conflict with devastating global consequences. The stakes are incredibly high, not just for China and Taiwan, but for the entire world. The global economy, already grappling with supply chain disruptions and geopolitical uncertainty, would be severely impacted. Vital trade routes could be disrupted and access to crucial resources jeopardized. Moreover, a conflict in the Taiwan Strait would draw in major global powers, raising the specter of a wider regional or even global conflict. The potential human cost is immeasurable. A war over Taiwan would result in immense suffering and loss of life, not to mention the displacement of millions of people. The international community must work together to prevent such a catastrophe and find a peaceful resolution to this long-standing conflict. The future of Taiwan, and indeed the world, may depend on it. Taiwan, often overlooked on the world stage, plays a pivotal role in the global economy, particularly in the semiconductor industry. This small island nation is a technological powerhouse, home to Taiwan's Semiconductor Manufacturing Company, TSMC, the world's largest and most advanced contract chip maker. TSMC's cutting-edge chips power everything from smartphones and laptops to cars, airplanes, and even advanced military hardware. The company's dominance in the semiconductor industry is undeniable, supplying chips to tech giants like Apple, Qualcomm, and Nvidia, among many others. Taiwan's semiconductor industry is a linchpin in the global tech supply chain, with any disruption having significant ripple effects across industries and economies worldwide. The island nation's expertise extends beyond chip manufacturing. Taiwan is also a major producer of other critical electronic components, including LCD panels, memory chips, and motherboards. These components are essential for the production of a vast array of electronic devices, making Taiwan an indispensable link in the global tech ecosystem. The world has become increasingly reliant on Taiwan's technological prowess, particularly as demand for semiconductors and other electronic components continues to surge. This dependence has raised concerns about the vulnerability of global supply chains, especially in the event of a conflict in the Taiwan Strait. A disruption to Taiwan's semiconductor industry would have far-reaching consequences, affecting everything from consumer electronics to national security. The Taiwan Strait, a vital artery of global trade, is a conduit for trillions of dollars worth of goods annually. A conflict in this region would have profound and immediate consequences for international trade, disrupting supply chains and sending shockwaves through the global economy. The strait serves as a crucial shipping lane for goods traveling between East Asia's manufacturing hubs and markets worldwide. Major economies, including China, Japan, South Korea, and the United States, rely heavily on this maritime route for their imports and exports. Any disruption to shipping in the Taiwan Strait would lead to significant delays, shortages, and price hikes for a wide range of goods. The impact on specific industries would be particularly severe. The technology sector, heavily reliant on Taiwan's semiconductor production, would face crippling shortages, delaying product launches and driving up prices for consumers. Automotive, aerospace, and consumer electronics industries, all heavily dependent on just-in-time supply chains, would experience significant disruptions, potentially leading to factory shutdowns and job losses. Beyond the immediate economic fallout, a conflict in the Taiwan Strait would also have long-term consequences for global trade. The uncertainty and instability generated by such a conflict would likely lead to a reassessment of global supply chains, with companies seeking to diversify their sourcing and manufacturing operations to reduce their reliance on the region. This shift could lead to a deglobalization trend, with companies prioritizing resilience and risk mitigation over cost optimization. Such a development would have far-reaching implications for the global economy, potentially leading to higher prices for consumers and slower economic growth. The stakes are high and the potential for disruption is significant, making the need for a peaceful resolution to the Taiwan Strait issue all the more critical.